Hi everyone, welcome to codeAYD. Today in our Making iOS Apps in Swift series, we'll be looking at creating an interface in the storyboard in Xcode. To start off in this video, we'll be mostly discussing labels. So here's our blank canvas, and I've set mine to be an iPhone XS Max. You can pick whichever iPhone you like, and you can go to this button up the top here, and you can get different elements. Yours might look like this. There's just a button there where you can change it. I like the compact version. And we just want to grab a label, and we're going to start making an interface. So I'm going to make mine, and I'm going to call it something about me. Cool. And I'm going to put that at the top. And you can see that that helps you center it, that blue line that comes up. And if I go over to font, I'm going to click this button, and I'm going to change my font to be this one, and I want to change it to be a large title. Done. And you can play around with all the different settings over here. So I'm just going to center mine there. And then if I wanted to, I could change the background color to be something I like. And I'll change the font color as well. So like white. And there you go, there's something about me. I might just make that a bit bigger. And I'll center that again. And then I'm just going to put here some information about me. So I'm going to put name, and I'm going to grab another label, but I want the other label to be the same as this label. To do that, I'm going to hold Option, and I'm going to drag, and then it creates that label. So you hold Option whilst dragging any element in your interface, and it'll create another one of those. There's heaps of little neat tricks in Xcode like that. So there you go, name, Aiden. And I'd like that to be bold. So style, I'll go semi-bold, like that. And you can do any sort of interface you like, but we're just playing around with labels at the moment. So there we go, I like that. And if I want to preview it on the iPhone, I just go and I select an iPhone from the simulator list down here. So iPhone XS Max, and I hit run, and then it'll open up the simulator. And once I have the simulator open, you'll see it there. Now it clips at this button that says something about me, so it made it shorter than it should have been. So if we go back over here, we'll find out why that happened. I think I'll just make mine a bit wider for now. There we go, see if that makes a difference. There you go, so you can see my interface there, and it looks exactly like it does over here. And I did, just if you guys don't know, you can use this as an iPhone, the simulator. It works perfectly with all the different apps on there. But there you go, you've created your first interface. So there's a lot of cool things you can do with labels. You can set them up and make them look all cool. This is just a simple little layout. But do have a play around with all these things on the side here. You can change a lot, and it actually is really cool. One thing I just wanted to show you is if I put, so I want to copy both of these elements, make a new one. So I'm going to select them both. To select them both, I click one, then I hold Command and I click the other one. So that's how I select them both. Or I can click and I can drag like that. And I want to hit Option and I want to drag them to make another one. And here I'm going to say description. So I'll just move this down to here. So that'll be a description about me, and I'll just move that up a bit, which you can do with the arrows on your keyboard. And I want the description to be that big. Now you can see that as I start typing, so I might write some text here which happens to be a bit long. So as I start doing that, you'll see that the label actually gets big, but I don't want it to be this big, so I want to clip it so that it stays there. But now you'll see we get these three dots, and if I run that in the simulator, you'll see the same thing happens, and it doesn't look very good. There you go. So you see these three dots. That's called truncation. So what it does is it gets to the end of the line and it says there's no more room, and it stops putting anything and it just puts these three dots. It's called truncation. So to stop it from truncating, we've actually set lines over here to 1. That's just the default that it comes with. If I set lines to 2, you'll see it makes it bigger. But then if I start typing even more text, so I'll just type even more text over here, like that. If I do that, and I resize it again, you'll see that now it allows 2 lines, but then it truncates after the second line. So what you want to do to make sure that it doesn't truncate ever is actually set lines to 0. And now it'll be as big as it ever needs to be. So there's a whole lot of neat things like that over here. That's why I recommend just playing around with this. You can change the text from up here as well. But that's pretty much the basics of labels.